This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
Good morning and welcome back. We're live from Kelly's Furniture and Carpet One, which means we are doing our cooking segment. And this morning, once again, we have Carrie Elbell here from the Missouri Beef Council. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks so much for having me back.
Not a problem. You were a hit last time, so we decided to have you back. And today we're doing a great, which I didn't realize this was a breakfast food.
Absolutely.
But we're doing beef sticky buns.
That's right.
And
That's
then,
right.
so it's pretty much like an alternative to a cinnamon roll.
Absolutely. They're really great because, kids are going to start to head back to school soon. You can make them ahead of time and freeze them, and they keep them full all morning. Okay. So I think they're definitely a great alternative to a cinnamon roll.
And very basic, too. Very easy to make. So what do we need in order to make this?
So we started with a pound of 96.4 ground beef, and we've just browned it and drained it here. Okay. And then we have some onion salt, some garlic salt, some crushed red pepper, some rubbed sage. And Scott, if you'll just add that in there and kind of stir it up. This basically makes this ground beef mixture taste kind of like sausage. So it gives it like a very sausagey feel.
Okay.
Very good, Scott. Doing a nice job.
I am a pro at
Keep
mixing
stirring
and sprinkling things.
Needs to be really thoroughly mixed to give it that good sausagey taste.
Now, for the people that are kind of worried about it being spicy because you put red chili flakes, is that going to be a dominant taste, or is it just kind of giving it a little flavor?
No, actually. I actually add a little bit extra to make it give that extra little taste there. And Scott, if you'll go ahead and add that cheese. Add half a cup of cheese here.
And what kind of cheese do you have right now?
This is just your mild cheddar. Okay. Everyone loves cheese, so you can add that. And then we're going to wilt some spinach in there. So if you'll go ahead and add that spinach. The recipe calls for 3 cups of spinach, but if you have kiddos that are anything like me, I don't prefer a whole lot of vegetables. You can also add mushrooms and diced onion and things like that. But again, I think for breakfast that's almost a little bit too heavy, so I kind of hold off on the vegetables personally and just add more cheese because I think cheese makes everything better. So let's go ahead and mix that up. And then over here, Ella, if you'll start rolling out this pizza dough. Okay. This is just a pizza crust that you can find with the rolled cinnamon rolls in the cans.
If you don't want to make your own.
Absolutely. We'll just roll that out. It's just a can of pizza dough there.
Fantastic.
And you want to get that as thin as you can. Okay. And after Scott has mixed that all up, looks pretty good. You're doing a great job this morning. We're going to go ahead.
Just this morning, though.
Right. We're going to go ahead and add that over here.
Okay. All of it, or?
Most of it,
yes. Like in the middle?
Kind of, just dispersed throughout. Kind of take care with the edges, though, because we're going to have to physically roll that. So spread it out nice and evenly there, if you will. So he's doing a great job with that. And after we do that, we are going to roll it long ways like this towards us. Okay. And then cut it like cinnamon rolls there. So you might want to spread that out a little bit. Okay, I'll get it. Looks good, Scott. Got all that cheese melted.
Oh my goodness, that smells delicious. So how are we going to roll this? I'm sorry, go ahead and show me.
So we just start like this and just roll it up gently. And you got to kind of keep going at the same pace here.
Right.
You don't want to pull the meat back. You kind of want to roll it over top.
Absolutely.
I see.
Just keep it going like that, all at the same time.
So you're making a roll.
Absolutely.
Love it.
So it's like a very large jelly roll type of thing. And then, with a serrated knife, you will cut it long ways here.
Which we don't.
So,
there we are. I found one.
Perfect. And you want to make sure it's serrated because this is like a very flexible dough. I
don't trust myself with the knife,
so I'm just going to cut this end off because it's not very full of meat. Right. So, but if you have kiddos that like a lot of dough or anything like that, absolutely. Just use that for them. But you're going to gently saw back and forth here. And if you will, place it cut side up on that cookie sheet, please, for us.
And did we put anything on the cooking sheet?
Absolutely. It's a greased cookie sheet. Okay. Thank you for asking.
No problem.
And you can cut these as thin or as thick as you want here.
Okay.
So I like mine thin because I like a lot of them at the end of the day. So again, just gently sawing back and forth.
And like you said earlier, if you do make extra, that you can freeze these and then reheat them in the morning.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's a great alternative to a cinnamon roll, and it keeps your kids full.
So once we fill up the pan, the cookie sheet, how much time do we bake it at?
18 to 20 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
18 is actually a pretty good number there. As long as I've cooked them, I've always cooked them at 18. It gives that crust a nice golden brown and everything like that. And then once we've done that, we're going to make a wonderful cream cheese frosting with that. And that is just 1/4 cup of cream cheese with 1 teaspoon of milk. And I double the recipe because, again, I have kind of a sweet tooth. So I like to, and go ahead and whisk that.
So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and do this. We'll put this in the oven, let it bake for a little bit, and then when we come back, we'll show off the finished product. Okay?
Sounds great.
In the meantime. And welcome back. If you're just joining us, we're live from Kelly's Furniture and Carpet One in the kitchen, and we just learned how to make beef sticky buns with Carrie from the Missouri Beef Council. So really quickly, let's go ahead and recap our ingredients.
Sure. So you start with a pound of ground beef, and you brown that and drain that, and then you're going to add a mixture of spices and onion salt and regular salt to give it like a real sausagey almost feel. You'll add a cup of shredded cheese, and then we added a cup of spinach. You can add onions, diced mushrooms, basically any kind of vegetables you want or what your kids like. So we wilted all that, melted all that, poured it into a rolled out pizza crust, rolled that up and sliced it and put it on a greased cookie sheet and baked it for 18 to 20 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit.
And you said the nice thing about this is it's an alternative. It's a healthy breakfast snack for the kids. It keeps them full. And also, you can either make extra and freeze them, or you can make them the night before and freeze them, and then in the morning bake them in the oven. And then so once we bake them in the oven, let's really quickly bring out the finished product. Now explain the topping. This is cream cheese, melted cream cheese with some milk, right?
It's softened cream cheese with some milk. And you just whip that up and pour it on there.
That's delicious.
Yeah, and you don't have to add that by any means, but again, if you have a sweet tooth like I do, I definitely like that touch.
And you said that when you tried this, you added vanilla?
I added vanilla and a little bit of sugar just to give it like a sweeter taste. I actually tried this out on my roommates, and they thought it would taste really good with some sort of gravy. So maybe that's, if you like gravy or things like that, maybe that's a good alternative. I have yet to try that, so I think that's a great idea with that as well.
I like it, and it's very healthy. We have the beef in there. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And a little bit of vegetables, so sneak those in there.
Yes.
For your kiddos.
So are we going to try this, Scott?
Oh yeah. Give it a shot.
I'm a fan.
Really good.
What do you think?
It's the cream cheese
Very
that
good.
does it for me.
Easy to hold too. You don't have to. It's not real messy or anything.
And it looks like a cinnamon bun.
Exactly.
All right. Well,
Everybody wins.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. What we'll do is we'll post the recipe on our website at heartlandconnection.com. Just click on the Good Morning Heartland tab at the top of your homepage. I'm Ella Soroka.
And I'm Scott Kellum.
And this is Carrie from the Missouri Beef Council. We hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you right back here Monday morning at 5:30 a.m.